Hello, my name is LaQuinton Hurd, and today I will be discussing how the US dollar compares to the Swiss franc. Um, I will portray the discussion to the CFO of the company, Porter Products. When it comes to the Swiss franc, what I notice is that it tends to increase and decrease in value quite frequently. And after thorough research, I was able to discover that the reason for this, um, Swiss bank, National Swiss Bank, the Swiss economy actually overvalues this particular franc due to the fact that they chose not to commingle their currency with the euro. The reason for this is that they felt that the franc would lose its individuality, so they decided to keep it independent. So now, in order to attempt to maintain new investors and keep current investors, they attempt to make the value slightly higher than it is. And if you notice on the graph that I did prepare, you can see fluctuations and high decreases. The increases, when it does fluctuate, is only by 100 of 100 cents. So it's very, very small increases. Although when you compare it to a different currency, such as the US dollar, like I did, leaving it at $1 constant, you can see how when it comes to spending hundreds of thousands or even millions, how that can add up. It's eventually good for their economy, but it's not really as good for the company when it comes to buying in bulk, extreme bulk, depending on how much business will be done with that Swiss company. And also, I discovered that it's best to do options. It's best to pay slightly higher to get the best price. That way, we can go ahead and get the product or ship the product so we can get it sent out to the customers. But ultimately, if we are hesitant on purchasing products, it would be best to go with the contracts. This is for the reason that we have the ability to obtain a price such as today, and we have the ability to lock that price in. So it's basically price protection. The only downside to this aspect is, just say we decide to execute the deal 6 months from now, and their currency has went up, just say 1 to 2 cents, and we negotiated at $1 and 100 cents. When we execute the deal, we can see that we have an advantage. Although just saying 6 months from now, if their valuation of their currency is 98 cents, but we're locked in at $1.01, that's where the really big disadvantage comes into play. Um, Also, it's very risky doing business with international companies. Although since the invoices are slightly higher from international companies, we do know of the risks that we will be taking. Although dealing with Switzerland, we have to truly keep in mind of the fluctuation. This can indicate hard times with the economy, new sanctions, new tariffs being placed. Those are all things that must be taken into careful consideration, because if not, we could end up overpaying for undervalued goods or services. More goods as opposed to services. So basically, that is my recommendation. And once again, I say that if we do continue to do business or start to do business with this company, I truly recommend the foreign currency options. That way, we may pay slightly higher, although we don't have to sit and watch the market for a high commodity. And when I say high commodity, it can be something that's new, fresh, innovative, that can really bring the business a lot of revenue that's needed to keep us afloat ahead of the game. So, all in all, to you, the CFO, I recommend that we go with currency options, foreign currency options. Once again, I'm LaQuinton Hurd. Thank you for taking your time to meet with me. Thank you.